I'm Fiona Booy and I'm from St Albans Pottery.
And today we're going to make panda pinch pots.
What you'll need is your ball of clay and your thumb. The way we do a pinch pot is you get your thumb and you put it right in the middle and you're going to go round in a circle, pushing your fingers down, going round, going round, going round. And what you're doing is you're then making a pot like that. Okay? Now people have been making pinch pots for 20,000 years with clay they find in the ground. And what you're trying to do is get the walls equal all the way around, so the top and the sides everywhere nice and equal. So you can see I'm pushing from the inside, I'm pushing from the outside, and I'm always spinning around and around. Feel it, see where it's thicker, see where it's thinner, and press it into a nice, you're getting it into a nice dome shape, okay? And you're ending up where nothing is going to be thicker than your finger. Right, so here I've ended up with a semi-heavy sphere, and if you tap it on your mat, it'll go nice and flat, and that's always a good thing to have. So this is your basic pinch pot. Now there's lots of different things that you can do with pinch pots, so I'll make a few more and then I'll show you what you can do with them. Right, so this first one I'm going to turn into a little dish. So I've got the basic shape. I'm going to add a little bit at the bottom so it can stand nicely. I'm going to tidy up the edges, and then I'm going to paint it and decorate it. I've also pressed out 2 ears and I have rolled them and attached them. So I've done the cross hatching and I've stuck them on carefully. So I've got them there. So this one I'm making more vertical rather than going out. So I'm pulling it up, and then I'm doing little tucks and squishing the outside in a bit and pulling it up. And now that I've got it to that height, I can then just nip off the sticky up bits, and so you get it all the same height. And you can tidy it up by folding in the pointy bits like that, and then you end up getting a nice mouth. This pot I've made quite steep-sided, so you can see here a steep-sided pinch pot. And what I have done is I've put on 2 little ears and I've put on a snout, so when I actually paint it, I can then get those different variations. This pinch pot, instead of having that way up, I've turned upside down, and you can see that I've put it into more of a bear-shaped pattern by squishing it through. You can see the back here. I've squished it through with my fingers into that shape, and then I've pressed on 2 ears. Again, I have done the scratching and I've stuck them on very well. They aren't so big, they're not going to get knocked off, they're very firmly attached. So there's that guy. What I've done is I've made more of a cone shape. I've stuck a bit of tissue in it to keep it that shape while it's been hardening up. But I've also put on some ears and I've put on a nose. You'll see here I've joined the ears. I put a sausage in there to start with to hold it in place, but then you can smooth it away with your finger. Right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slit in there, and then you can put a phone in here, and it can act as a speaker or as a stand for your phone. You do need to actually build up this back area here so that your phone can stand in there. So you can see that I've actually added 2 little googly eyes, and that will help the phone stay up there. Okay. So here's how I finished them off. Remember the first one was the pinch pot. Inside I put those eyes, and I have painted the ears black. I also painted the little foot ring at the bottom black. Then we've got the vertical guy. There we go. I painted his ears black. Altogether he's white with a little triangle nose and his face. head. There we go. Looks a lot better now that he's actually got some colour on. You can see his eyes and his nose and his profile. For all of these, I started with the main colour, which is the white, and then I went back in and did the black, and then I came back and did the tiny little red bits, and sometimes I need to do some white dots. Where I make a mistake or I've gone out, that's okay, because you can scrape back the clay and put another colour on top. You can scrape back the paint. And then this little phone guy, here he is. So that's his eyes and his nose and that, and then you can pop the phone in. So these are just different variations that you can do with your pinch pot. There's lots of different ideas. People have been making pinch pots for 20,000 years. So yeah, you go ahead and make which one you fancy.